Man up with Tucker. Man up. Praise the Lord, my brothers. Welcome once again to another edition of Man Up with Tucker. I want to end this by sharing with you all how the Lord has navigated my family and I through this coronavirus season. I told you last time we talked that how God has shown me how to work the system as far as withdrawing my early Social Security. And in doing that, I was doubly blessed because my son gets a check. So every time I get a check, he gets a check because he's still in school. And if I had waited down the road, he would have missed that opportunity. And he's on his way to college this year. So everything that he can get his hands on right now is a blessing. And so everything was going good until March of 2020 when COVID struck. And they shut everything down. And even out there at the church, we never completely shut down. We've always been out there a couple of days out of a week. But again, my finances were impacted. And so, but this time I didn't panic. I went straight to the Lord and said, Lord, how can I make this system work for me? What do I need to do to get through this? And so I would imagine it was a few weeks later, I was talking to one of the brothers at church, and he was telling me how he had got into this federal funded thing with the government for mortgage assistance. And so he said it was called forbearance, and that they would allow you to be on this for a year and not pay your mortgage, but it wouldn't go to the your credit bureau or anything else. It would be taken care of. And at the end of that cycle, they would put it on the end of your loan contract. And so I went to my mortgager to find out about this, and they knew about the program, but they told me that at the end of the program that you would have to pay all the money back. Well, that didn't make sense to me. And I told them, I said, that defeats the purpose, because you're not helping anyone if at the end of this, we got to pay all this money back. And so now I don't want any parts of this. And so it had to be several weeks later that I was talking to this brother again, and he said, Tuck, I'm telling you, that's not the case. The government has taken care of this. He says, they're giving you misinformation. And so I did my research. I did my due diligence, and I looked the program up, and he was exactly right. And so when I went back to my mortgager armed with this knowledge, then they said, you're absolutely right that we will sign you up for the program for a year. And at the end of this year, we will put it at the end of your loan. And so I was rolling with that for about 6 months, maybe 7 months. And then the state came up with this emergency mortgage relief. And so my thing is, I'm going to apply for everything that I qualify for, because my finances qualified me for this. And they said if you're on forbearance, that you still could apply. And so I applied, gave them all the paperwork that they wanted. And the first thing that they wanted was your state taxes to make sure that you paid into the system. Well, to make a long story short, my family now was approved, and they have paid all of my mortgage payments up until today. And so, brothers, the system worked. Good or bad, systems work. Like Pastor said, it's almost impossible to change a system, but you can make a system work for you. And last but not least, God has planted in my spirit this non-for-profit organization, and I've been working with it for years and trying to develop it. Well, since we've been in this pandemic, it's been birthed. I have my tax ID number. I have my name for my organization. I have my board members, and it is a go. And so you will be hearing more about this later on. So brothers, I hope somebody was encouraged by this, because systems, we live in a world of systems, and we have to be able to make these systems work for us. God bless you. Until the next time, man up.